What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about emotional maturity. Emotional maturity, it's not about how you feel, it's about understanding how we feel and responding with wisdom instead of impulse. It's not something that you're born with, it's something that you grow into it, one painful lesson at a time. We often think that love, it's about passion, man, excitement, and or connection. But real love, the one that lasts, the one that heals, the one that transforms, begins with emotional maturity. And without it, we confuse attachment for affection. So, what is emotional maturity, you may ask? It's the ability to recognize your emotions, process them, and act in alignment with your values rather than your moods. When someone hurts you, emotional maturity says, pause, breathe, feel it, but don't let it control you. It's knowing that reacting, it might feel powerful, but responding with calm, that's real strength, man. Maturity isn't about never feeling pain. It's about not letting pain turn you into someone that you're not. Because if you respond with pain, you become a version of you like that you don't wish to be. And a lot of the times it removes you from like the person you truly are to a person that like you're not, like to a version of you that you didn't even thought that existed, because you responding with your emotions instead of taking a minute to like to stop. Like why does this specific thing make me feel like that? Like why is like this given moment, am I why did the thing that I was told made me feel like this: anger, pain, anxiety, fear? So a lot of the times you really gotta take a minute and be like, hold on, this ain't the type of man I'm trying to be. This ain't the type of individual I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be someone that every time I'm told something that I don't agree with, I'm told something that it doesn't go in alignment with the man that I am, my moods change. Like you're controlled by rage, you're controlled by anger and emotional maturity. A lot of the times it's just not in relationships, like in everything in life. A lot of the times you gotta have emotional maturity in everything in life. A lot of the times you can't let your emotions define what you do and how you move. And having emotional maturity, though, it don't mean you don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, having emotional maturity, it doesn't mean you have feelings. I believe that having emotional maturity, in all honesty, it shows you how much and how many feelings you have, because you have all these feelings and yet you choosing to stay composed. You choosing to not react over your emotions, because a man who cannot control himself is a dangerous man. A man who moves and act on impulse all the time, it's a dangerous man, man. What type of man are you when you're the type of man that every time you're told something, anger rages out of you? Every time you're told something, instead of being mature and deal with it the correct way, you let your emotions rage out. And a lot of the times people don't realize this though, but a lot of the times we self-destruct so much. We say so many mean things because we're letting our emotions speaking. And a lot of the times when your emotions speaking, that might be what you're feeling in the moment. That could be what you're feeling in the moment, but it's not a reflection of who you truly are and what you truly feel. But here's the thing though, you already said. You already said it. The first thing that popped into your mind, you already said it. You already like responded with anger. You already like responded with fear. You already responded with pride and ego. And a lot of the times when we do that, we cause a lot of damage that cannot be repaired. A lot of the times you had no idea that your words, your action, it will like create the domino effect that it creates. Because here's the thing about the word, though. The word that comes into your mouth, it carries real power. Words, they don't mean nothing until you attach something into it. Like words, they don't mean anything until you attach something into it. When you attach your emotions into your word, they do mean something. That's the very given moment that your words, it carries something, it carry meanings. So, and you have to be real careful when you use your mouth. When you use your mouth to speak, you got to be real careful though, because a lot of the times we don't realize it though, but our words, they carry power. Like our words, they carry power, they carry so many consequences. And a lot of the time we just speak and speak and speak and speak. And a lot of the times when we're speaking, it's not even how we're feeling. It's not even how we feel. It's not even the type of person that we are. It's not even the type of people that we are. Like it's just a reflection of what you're feeling in the moment. And a lot of the times, man, like a lot of the times, you got to take a minute and retrieve. You just can't speak the first thing that comes into your mind. A lot of times, really, like the best thing that you can do is take a minute and retrieve, because every time someone tells you something that they think or feel about you, it's really never about you. It's really never about you. It's about how they feel with themselves. Why you gotta make it about you? Why you gotta be so defensive? Like, why you gotta make it about you? Why does it affect you so much that you feel like the best response to it, it's an attack back? Like he's an attack bag. How do you expect to grow in a conversation when every time you are when every time you are shown an opinion that you don't agree with, a perspective that you don't agree with, the first thing, the first line of response that you lean into it, it's to be emotionally mature. Is to you're not listening to understanding. You're not listening to see the other person's version of things. You're not listening to hear the other person's heart. You're listening, and like you stop listening to understand, you start listening to prepare an attack, because you feel under attack, because you feel like your value, your emotions, you as a person are under attack. So why you feel like that? Like when you feel like that, you gotta be like, hold on, man. Why am I feeling like that? Why all of a sudden I feel like I'm under attack? What did the person said that made me feel like that? And is what the person say truth? Like, is what the person said truth about me? Is what the person said actually like me? Is what the person is describing? Is that me that they're describing? Oh, that's a whole different person. Like, regardless of the situation, man, you gotta be mature. You gotta be, and a lot of times so many information is given to us, and a lot of the times we just don't know how to process the information that's given to us. So that's why it's important when you're given information like that. Don't respond. Say, okay, I hear you. Allow me some time to think about it, and I shall reach back to you when I have an answer to it. You are not obligated to have a response all the time you're told something. You're not a computer. Like, you're not AI that every time someone asks you a question, you have a response right away. You're not. Like, you human, you have emotions, you have like your own special way of processing information. So instead of like, you're given an information, you're told something, instead of reacting right away, why not take a minute though? Why not take a minute, reflecting it, thinking it, and a lot of the times even sleeping it? It ain't gotta be every time you're told something, you just like you just respond. And a lot of the times you say a lot of things that you don't mean it. A lot of the time you cause more harm because of your rash response than the response that you would give in if you just like took your time to think. And a lot of the times though, I get it though. A lot of times you'll be put in a spot. A lot of times you'll be like, I need a response right now. A lot of times it really might feel like an attack, but those are the times that you gotta think though. It's not about you. It's never been about you. It's not about you. It's not about how you feel. It's about them. It's about them. And you cannot make that about you. Even when they're talking about you, it's really never about you. It's about them. Just like Listen, man. Like Listening is a skill. But when you listening, do not listen to respond, because that's emotional immaturity. Because when you just listen to have a response right away, a lot of the times you gotta listen to retrieve, think, analyze, and think before you speak. I don't know if you all know, but like the word impeccable. I used to read a book. The name of the book is the Four Agreement, and the first agreement in that book is be impeccable with your word. And the word impeccable is Latin. Impeccable means to speak without sin. Like and that's the thing I was telling you though. Your words, your words carry so much power though. Like when you speak, don't just speak for speaking, man. Like don't speak with sin. Like don't speak like out of emotions. Because when you speak from a place of a lot of emotions, like when your emotions are so high, there's a possibility of you causing more harm than you bringing peace into the solution, into the problem. There's a possibility of you causing real harm than you bringing solution. Like if I could give you an advice, honestly, is every time you tell something and it makes you feel a certain way, please do not respond. Do not respond right away, unless it's a life death situation. Please do not respond right away, because if you feel a certain type of way, when you're responding without thinking. You're responding without taking the minute to understand what's the person going on to. Like, do I even know how their day went? Do I even know what are they going through? Like, like think about those things instead of just like lashing out and responding and making everything about you. Like emotional maturity is not a skill that anyone is born with it. Emotional maturity is a skill that you develop it through life. Emotional maturity is a skill that you develop it through a lot of the times being immature, a lot of the times having not the best response in it. Like as a man, you gotta get your emotions in check. As a man, you cannot be driven by your emotions. You cannot let your emotions control you. Because when your emotions control you, that's when you become a dangerous man. A dangerous man is one who cannot control himself. A dangerous man is one who cannot control his own emotions. A man that every time he feels something, he speaks on the things that you said that he thinks. Not saying that there's no truth in what you're speaking, but a lot of the time it's just the way the message is portrayed, the aggression that comes with the message. So a lot of time you really gotta like think on it, man. You really can't just like go and talk and talk and talk. A lot of times you really gotta like think on it. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah, emotional maturity though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Ask questions if you have questions in in the comment, and let me know. Let's have a conversation. Stay safe, man.